Welcome to Breathe, Move, Rest. A simple practice for a deep and rich experience for cultivating intimacy between your body and your mind, between this moment and what's next. By integrating these simple practices of the yoga tradition to breathe, pranayama, to move through asanas and shapes, and to rest or to meditate, to contemplate and allow our nervous system to transition back and forth between effort and ease. This is the relationship of yoga living, a way in which to practice and to deepen our connection with prana, with inspiration. So as it is the holiday week, perhaps your practice is getting pushed back off of your main agenda. Your regular commitments to self-care might be shrunken or even diminished. If all you have is the time for a few breaths, even a single mindful breath, know that it's all yoga, and a little yoga is better than no yoga. So rather than just taking it off of your plate, consider allowing it to exist even in a smaller portion. When we get to the other side of the scheduling challenge of a short week and increasing commitments and obligations for the holiday season, we'll resume again. Easier so, having not completely abandoned the practice. So let's welcome the practice. Let's welcome the breath, ignite into the belly as we open to receive the inhale. We close the belly, engage the pelvic floor to evacuate the breath. Well done. Notice how you feel having focused your attention on just breathing. And for those of you who do need to move on because today only allows a few moments for your practice, go and be well, be attentive to what matters most in your holiday celebration. And anytime you should have a pause, welcome the breath, welcome life and inspiration to fuel and to restore your spirit. For those of you who can stay and linger, let's move. Bring the arms out and the hands fold in. This is our spinal flossing. As the hand extends out, we're going to turn the chin and drop down. So the ear and the chin are kind of reaching towards the body. And then up and over, ear and chin, up and over. Good. As you release, go ahead and bring your hands to hold the head. And just bringing that extra support into a bit of a head circling. So less nose circling, more the crown of your head is circling above you as if drawing a circle on the ceiling. Good. Pause and then reverse that circle. Nice. Pause. Let the ear drop to one side. Extend out to the opposite arm. Good. Use your hand to lift the head. Shoulders up, back, and down. Drop the ear to the other side and extend out to the arm. Add a little extra traction of the fingers on top. And lift the head. Alternate those shoulder circles, one back and then the other. As the shoulders roll, perhaps you want to add a little more of a reach to the elbow. And notice I'm crossing the midline of the body and then circling up and over. Now yours might be more horizontal. That's okay. We're just looking to find the range of your shoulder in its mobility, right? And then we're not so much pushing the edge of that envelope as much as we are just finding it and then staying on this side, staying in ease, so that this is lubricating, not necessarily efforting. Good. All right, from the alternation, we're going to bring the elbows to crisscross in front. So go ahead and finish that round. And then where there's room, bring the elbows across, lift them up and pull them down. Cross the other way. Elbows may not make it all the way to the midline. So cross your wrists and then circle up and open. But simply using the arms in tandem now, we're going to get a deeper stretch across the front of the chest. Continue to breathe. Couple more rounds. If you lose your pattern, no worries, just begin again. Don't worry about too much balance. Let your feelings, what you feel in your body, guide you to adapt and to adjust. Last one. Bring the hands down, palms to the back of the body. Now draw those shoulder blades together, giving one more big stretch across the front of the chest. And then give yourself a hug. Wrap the arms one on the top. Then notice which arm is on top. We're going to reverse it, but first, take the hands back once again. Hands plant, elbows squeeze. Run the hands around once again. Give yourself a hug. Good. Big sun breath. Hands fold behind the head. Exhale, press out. Hold the hands in and press forward. Cat the back. Turn the thumbs up. Take the arms all the way up. Turn the palms down. Bring the hands all the way back to touch and skirt the floor. Good. Back to neutral. Inhale wide and high. Exhale, come down, press out. Turn up, fold in. Cat the back, press the hands forward. Good, thumbs up, lift. And exhale back down. Good, inhale, open. Exhale, press. Hold it in. Press it out. Good lift. Bring your forearms together. Roll, scroll, circle, and figure 8. You might even hear some snapping and crackling. As long as there's no pain, right? Loosey-goosey, slow and sweet. What is it that feels most yummy? Take a finger, just give it a little extra stretch. Second side. And then bring those palms together. We're going to roll over. So roll across the heel to the thumbs. Flip the hands over, roll across the back of the hand to the pinky, and open again. Roll and open. So this is our lotus mudra, right? The fingers touch on either side of the heel. We're just scrolling right past the lotus and around to return again. More. And we're going to reverse the direction, right? So whichever direction you went, go ahead the other way. Fingers find their way to lotus, the elbows heavily drop, let the arms reset. Palms to press Anjali Mudra. And then one hand up, one hand down. Look up, press with the heel. Feel that stretch of the side body. Come back to center. And up and up. And back to center. Same thing, look down. The base hand. Same thing. One more round. Look up. Look up. Look down. Look down. And moving right into our lateral bend. Top hand is going to come down for support. Option to extend the now top hand up and over. The ear fall or the chin swivel. Do you want to look down? Do you want to look up? This time as we go up, we're going to take it right into a twist. So that trailing arm is going to reach up and over. Take a twist and 3 breaths. Good, like a cartwheel. In other words, one arm and then the other. Take it up and over. Good. One more round here. Cartwheel up and over. 3 breaths. Last round, up and over. 3 breaths. Unwind. All right, cat and cow. We can start here in your seated shape, or when you're ready, move on over to your table pose, right? Don't worry about how extreme you're able to flex and extend here. We're just looking to lubricate through middle to either side, expressing movement in the pelvis, in the mid-back, up into the shoulders and the neck. So having warmed up and lubricated the muscles and the joints of the pelvis, the spine, the upper shoulders, go ahead and extend the hands a step forward and tuck the toes back, right? As you sink the hips back towards child's, lift the chin up. We're going to floss the spine here. As you come forward, let the hips drop, the feet flatten, and the chin drop to the chest. Inhale and shift. Toes, hips, chin lift. Shift forward. Release the toes, release the hips, drop the head. This time as your hips come back, go ahead and adjust the width of your knees, maybe even bringing the toes a little more narrow as we fold to a child's pose. Now, classically, your arms are by your ears, but you can wrap around. You can even tuck or thread the hands through the lower body. Good. As you unwind or rise up, shift into your hips. So this might be you rise up to forearms and sway the hips from side to side. You might rise all the way up to table. You might even stay a little heavy towards that child's pose. Circling, rocking, swaying, just starting to tap into that connective tissue, the rotation muscles, the stabilizing muscles in the buttocks and the pelvis. All right, come to neutral. Extend one leg, extending to the heel, and then bending once again. Rolling that toe, bending and straightening the knees, just feeling this one side. And then go ahead and reach through the foot. So not so much a lift and a back bend as a push out like a kick and drop the knee back down. Push out through the heel, and drop the knee back down. 3 more. Just a little taste of work here, just a little taste. Visualize if the leg is feeling particularly heavy today. Last one. Touch the toes, roll over and around, massaging the inside, the outside edge. With that little bit of work for the hamstring and the gluteal, let's step that foot forward into a low lunge. Blocks under the hands will help to make space if the hands don't reach the floor. And then a little bit of a rocking. We call this the Hanuman, half monkey, working towards the idea of a split, one leg forward, one leg back. But the benefit here for that hamstring and the front hip flexor is so good, even here at a low lunge, grounded, safe, and stable posture. Good, let's add on here. So as you come forward with that knee, go ahead and free the earth and lift the hands up. And then bring the hands down for support. Slide the hips back. 2 more just like that. Lift it forward and up. Touch down and fold back. Forward and up. Down. Okay, this time as you stack the knee over the ankle, take a twist. So my hand, opposite foot in hand, then the same hand is going to find my thigh in order to help leverage that rotation. 3 big breaths. Keep pressing the shin forward. Keep allowing the sits bones to reach towards the earth. And then release. Top hand is going to come down to the inside. Back toes tuck under to lift the knee. Lift the hips as high as you need to swivel to the long side of your mat. Right? Skandasana, this rocking from a low lunge, runner's lunge, maybe we recall this. That's what we called it back in high school, back in the day. Right? We're going to switch to the second side. And because I'm facing you, I'm just going to switch to the other end of my mat. You can do the same, or you can come back to face forward and switch your legs. We're going to reverse, however, the sequence. So from the lunge, right? Rock it back to a Hanuman. Ooh, and then roll it forward. And back. And forward. And then building from here, rise and bow. And rise and bow. Here's your twist. Stack the knee, support with the hand, and rotate towards the front thigh. Unwind. Now this front leg is going to step back. So hands to the earth, shift your hips. Take that front leg back to push through the heel and then release the knee. Push through the heel. Hips stay level, shoulders stay square. Breath is strong. Good, last one. Lower the foot and roll over and around. And pause. Then get your choice. We're going to move into a pigeon variation. So the downward facing pigeon, I'm going to bring that back leg forward and swivel the ankle towards the opposite side. Bolster underneath my hips if they don't settle to the floor. If this is not sustainable, you're going to switch on over to your backside and cross that leg over the thigh, staying upright or reclining back. Our figure 4 variation of this external rotation with flexion of the front leg. So let's just take a few breaths here, knowing that this is a simple practice. No pause is going to take all of our time or attention, just enough to land, integrate, and move on. Good. Now, if you are in a figure 4 on your back, you could move right into a happy baby or a seed pose, or just let your body move in any way that feels good. If you're in the downward facing version, go ahead and unwind. Maybe coming through a bit of a centering, cat and cow, or a swirling in this Baddha Konasana, this cobbler's pose. Okay. Whatever you need to release that side's pigeon. And begin again as you move towards the second side. Again, come through table. Bring that second leg up towards the hands and the foot out towards the opposite side. The angle is a matter of what your hip will tolerate, what your thigh bone and hip bone can agree to, right? And then allowing a little heaviness to come into the upper body. Ease for the head resting on a pillow or your hands. Deepen the breath once again. Well done. When you are ready to release your pigeon and release the effort of your practice, come into rest, Savasana, or any favorite shape. Once again, notice the breath. Notice how you can release control and support and effort of holding your body. Just let things mellow. When your rest feels complete, first take a breath and feel how the body expands for that breath. Let it go and roll to one side. Take another breath. Feel how your body expands in this shape, in this orientation. And this is the nature of our body-mind relationship. We can adapt to so many shapes, to so many circumstances, particularly when we begin with breath. As you rise to your final seat, notice how it feels to breathe, to have moved, to have rested. This is the simplicity of a beautiful and wise practice. Whether it's divided up throughout your day or sprinkled frequently, finding time to cultivate this mindfulness, this practice, is the heart of yoga and the heart of compassion in practice. May you be well. May you breathe deeply and move freely. May you labor lovingly and live vibrantly. Namaste. Well done.